Hey everybody, we are getting ready to do some more jewelry, keychains, bookmarks, that sort of thing. I've had a collection of acrylic skins that have been sitting around. In fact, this isn't all of them. This is probably about half. Some of them will look familiar, like this one. We've already made some jewelry out of this pattern. It was the same pour, just a different sheet of skin, and I don't have it cleaned because I ran out of room on the table, but this went with this, so if you guys remember that jewelry. And then the rest of it is new. This is the oldest piece, and if you've watched all of the acrylic pouring videos, then you know when I pulled this up. So it's been a while. But we're going to do some jewelry. I'm going to fast forward through you watching me put this all together. I needed to go ahead and get this done. One, I'm getting low on my keychains and jewelry and everything. That's what sells best, probably because it's one of the cheaper items. But we're going to get some more ready and go from there. And I've got to get this part done while I have the table space before I do the next project, which the next project you'll see is this. So I have a bunch of 45s that we're going to experiment with. I've already got some taped off and ready, 5 of them, because I've got 5 clock handles, clock hands, kits, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to try to make some clocks out of the 45s. So, but like this one is Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. The side that I'm going to have showing is I Love Rock and Roll. This one is Paul McCartney, No More Lonely Nights. I've got a Penn State record that's got the fight song on it. We'll see. I'm hoping that'll turn out well. But that's going to be the next project, and we're going to experiment with it a bit, and hopefully we'll have some clocks to sell. But first, this, before I make a mess of the table again. And just to talk about the process, I gotta sit, my back is killing me already. Just to talk about the process, I've already cleaned the skins, got the dust off, made sure, I don't think any of these had oil in them, but it's good to clean them just in case there's oil. But they've been sitting so long, that oil's probably evaporated if there was. But I don't think any of these colors I did any silicone oil. But you still need to clean it to get any dust and grime off that may have collected. Also any extra residue from the paint. You usually get some kind of dye on the cloth when you're cleaning them. So they're clean. Next step is to lay everything out. I've got all of my cabochons. I probably do not say that correctly, but I've got all of them over here ready to start spreading out. And the way I do it is I put the glass down, and if I find a piece that's going to work well, then I also put the setting along with it, so I know what glass goes with what setting. And then after I get it all down, I then clean the glass with glass cleaner, because even though some of them are even packaged separately, you just never know what dirt or oils are on the glass when you get them. So I will put gloves on at that point and clean the glass, and then we'll glue them down. They have to dry at least 2 hours before you move it, and then a good 24 hours to make sure it's good and set before you start cutting around them and everything. And then that's the whole process. I probably will not record that part of the process because I do that in my chair in between calls for work. So you probably will not get to see that part of it, but you'll see some of the finished results. I was taking pictures of every little piece, but it's hard to keep track for what's for sale on my Facebook with the jewelry. One, there's folks at work that don't always put the item number down. and I have to do inventory every once in a while, but then also just trying to keep track on the for sale on the Facebook gets hard to do. So I'll take pictures of some of it, not all of it, just to share at the end of this video. So with that being everything I think to be said, let's get to work.
Sorry for the interruption, but my camera quit recording after this clip, and so you didn't get to see the gluing and all of that part of the process. But I have included pictures of other steps, and I'll explain those as we get to them. What we have here is footage of the pieces that have been glued down and waiting on the other skins that I was talking about. And you can see there's some really cool designs in there. These are pieces that have finished drying as far as the glue part of the process. I've unclamped them, and now I'm slowly going through them and scraping any excess glue off and making sure they're nice and pretty and that they glued well. Here are almost all of the pieces that I did for this last jewelry gathering. And so you can see all the different colors and designs and just cool effects that we were able to get out of all those skins that we had. These last pictures are of all the groups of jewelry, whether it's the earrings, the necklaces, there's one magnet, the keychains, whatever it might have been. I grouped them all together and took pictures that way because individual pictures would have taken forever. But I have included some of my favorite pieces towards the end of the group photos. Thank you for joining me on this one, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.